Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Joss Austin is on the rise as an up-and-coming musician and, of course, performer with global appeal. The young artist has been working hard on his craft and is now signed to Convict Music, owned by global superstar that we all know and love, Akon. Now, he joins us today to chat about his new single, plus a very special performance. Welcome to The Loft, Joss.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are making me so proud because, you know, fellow Durbanites unite. You're born and raised in Durban. You still reside in Durban. But here you are rubbing shoulders on a very international stage. But for those viewers who are not quite familiar with your work, who is Joss?
So I regard myself as a visionary, a third world kid with first world work ethic, first world talent. And we really just had to dominate the music space as much as we can and just grow and inspire some kids along the way, really. And
I think you inspire in the most unobvious way because you seem very well put together, so refined, your sound is out of this world.
Thank you.
But at the same time, you kind of need to get people to interact with your music and get to know the artist who is Joss. So what kind of music do you like to make? What do you vibe off of? And who are your biggest inspirations?
Look, I love your commercial music that you hear on radio. I guess a lot of my inspirations come from people such as Post Malone, who I've had the privilege of spending some time with.
I mean, just name drop casually Post Malone, yeah?
Tyler Yahweh.
Wow.
Entertainment-wise, Robbie Williams, I mean, he's one of the greatest entertainers around, so I definitely look up to him. Yeah, I would say I'm regarded as a pop artist, but I try and incorporate hip-hop as much as I possibly can. I've got inspiration from rapid-fire rappers like Logic, and so I'm trying to incorporate Post Malone hooks and melodies with the Logic rap verses, and so that's really my game. That's what I'm trying to accomplish.
That sounds so beyond something I've ever heard before, because bringing together those two worlds is kind of like pop but conscious music together, and I think that that's exactly what your listeners are so drawn to, the juxtaposition between the two. And now you're signed with Convict Music. It's one of the biggest labels I think that the world has to offer. How does that feel? And first of all, how did it even come to be?
No, look, it's crazy. I'm really privileged to have a mentor and a business partner like Sashin Govender, who had made the ties and made the connections with Akon. And he said, listen, I want to start a record label. Akon said, don't do it. You're gonna make the wrong move. He eventually got my music in front of Akon, and Akon hit me up on a video call, and he said I'd be stupid not to sign you. So, yeah,
you just have these video calls with Akon casually whilst you're standing next to Post Malone. I think it is that work ethic that you spoke of, that first world work ethic that has gotten you to where you are now. How have you been able to now leverage that brand that you've created, that strong identity of who you are as Joss, and instill it in your music?
Look, I think that, you know, talking about work ethic, 80% of life is psychological and 20% is the mechanics. And so everything really is mindset. I believe a lot in manifestation. And so I'm just trying to, I mean, we're still building Joss. I'm still figuring myself out, you know, and I want to be genuine to the public and just really give them a sense of, you know, it's okay not to know who you are yet or what you want to do, but strive for what you want, strive for what you want to do. That's really what I want to, and how I want to inspire people.
And that's such a beautiful message, because a lot of the time I think that we lost, especially coming into yourself in whichever industry that you work in. It's kind of difficult to get a strong grip of that human being and dealing with the two. And putting together this incredible person that is Joss, you now have a new single on the way. What is that about?
So on the way, funny story, the first studio session that the label had organized for me. 6-hour studio session, and we pumped this song out, and they decided to just put it out as the first track. So it was very organic, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. The universe has a way of working things out. But the song really is about myself and a girl. We're from my hometown, which we're not too fond of. We're not too fond of the people, and we really just want to get away. And so it's more of like a runaway song than anything else. It's like, I'll be there for you, but we're kicking out of this place, like we're heading out here. So yeah, it's just, I guess it's a versatile sound. It really is incorporating the posty hooks and melodies with the rapid fire rapping, and just shows versatility.
You are a versatile artist, of course, a versatile talent who needs to be, of course, leveraged and put up in these international stages that you do so effortlessly. Thank you so much for coming to Afternoon Express, and I'm very excited to be jamming along later to your music. Thank you.
Thank you so much.